Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at another Transformers crossovers figures. Here we have Transformers crossovers with Stranger Things. We have Code Red. This was not the original review I had planned today. I was planning on taking a look at Ultra Magnus here. But on my copy of Ultra Magnus, and I've confirmed from various ones online, you can see right here, there is a really a stress mark, and my concern here is, if I can get it, you know what, let's get rid of the cab. There we go. Get it on camera. So this stress mark on my copy, it starts out at a corner point, which is a stress concentration point. It carves out and it goes all the way to the side. This is a result of this pin being way too tight. When you move it past a certain point, it wants to lock up. I am concerned that this will result in this piece breaking. I'm looking around online to see if I have a solution. If anyone down in the comments, if you can let me know if you have a way to, I was thinking about heating up the plastic and then trying to re-Dremel this hole maybe to make it a little bigger. Just let me know if you've got any solutions to this. I'd like to do this review. Right now, it's I've seen other people have this problem, and it's really, really unfortunate because it's definitely like this was what I was planning on talking about today. So we'll talk about Ultra Magnus some other time, maybe next week. Instead, as my backup, what I was planning on doing for Tuesday, we've got Transformers crossovers, or Transformers, it's collaborative now, isn't it? With Stranger Things Code Red, the pizza delivery truck from Surf Pizza, or Surferboy Pizza. I'll admit, I've never seen Stranger Things, but I just really like this design. We got a cool box. Normally I don't talk about the boxes, but just on the crossovers, they always do cool stuff. So this is funny. It's pineapple jalapeno. If they did pineapple jalapeno, pepperoni, and bacon, that was like the pizza the Arbitrary Hero crew got when we were really drunk in college at 2 a.m. That was our pizza. But I love the pizza box. The packaging is really neat. I know that there's like some hidden stuff with the packaging here, and there are these like cutaway goggles here. I don't know if that like references something in Stranger Things, but it's neat, and that's about as far as I care about that. I watched the first season of Stranger Things. I just fell off it. But the packaging, as always, for these crossovers, these collaboratives, is always top notch. Let's get into the figure. So we have the Surferboy Pizza van here, and it looks pretty dang good. I love this faded yellow coloring. The tampographics are awesome. Very, very clean. Delivered hot to your door, like Surferboy Pizza, easily legible. We've got little painted details. Again, on these collaborative figures, they are doing a great job on the paint. We've got the vents painted. We've got a window painted back here. Transparent blue windshield and all that. All the official Volkswagen stuff painted here. Headlights there. I do wish we had painted rims. I'm surprised that we didn't get those, considering all the paint everywhere else. Again, on the back end, the Volkswagen van again, the tail lights, the rear view mirror, or rear view windshield, and then of course this Surferboy Pizza sign up top, which is removable, simply plugs in up top. Yeah, it is a cool looking van, and we do have different accessories. We've got our Surferboy Pizza box. We've got a flame effect, which is a pretty cool looking flame effect. This is not that like squishy flame effect plastic. This seems pretty sturdy, and it's transparent blue that's been painted really nicely. I dig that. It's interesting that it's like hollow on two sides, but it looks really good. We've got an Energon style axe, which is also interesting in that the handle is fully painted. So I imagine eventually that'll like rub away, but it's transparent blue painted black. And then we've got a mace, and this one makes more sense to me, where they paint it black up here, but then the part that goes into the hand is still transparent, so you don't have to worry about paint wear. But that looks really, really good. And as a van, it rolls really nicely. I do have a van to compare it to. So we are looking at like a Voyager-ish sized delivery vehicle. I don't feel a strong need to compare like the collaborative line to each other unless they're in the same setting. But here, if you've got an Ironhide mold, whether it's Siege, Studio Series, Earthrise, we're looking at roughly the same size, maybe a teensy bit smaller, but not that much smaller. And Surferboy looks pretty good. Getting the Ironhide mold out of here, transformation is pretty simple. First, we can take off the sign. We can flip out. It's got a little gun piece here. This actually has some assembly, which is kind of neat. We're going to take our pizza box, engage it in here. Maybe we flip it around the other way. Oh, you know what? Stretch out that piece. There we go. Then we can stick this in. So we've got our little like ammo. I kind of like that idea. Put on our flame effect. So a lot of the effects go into building this like really weird but cool Surferboy Pizza like flamethrower shoulder cannon. I don't know. It's so silly, but it's so much like silly toy fun. I really, really like what's going on here, even if it's kind of nonsensical. But that's what I like about toys, when they do like silly, nonsensical, fun things. The actual transformation here is actually very, very simple. We're going to come in up top. We're going to pull out this panel here and this panel here. It's not a remold of anything, but it is definitely inspired by like the Ironhide transformation. Up top, we can split the back end. It's tabbed in here and tabbed in here, which lets us unleash the legs. The legs have feet hidden in them. We can bring them out and around, fold that leg piece in. Same thing on this side, bring it out and around, fold that leg piece in, plant our legs, and then we just have the top torso piece to do. We've got these window panels, can come up and back. Transparent plastic, so don't tug on them too tight, but they're pretty sturdy. The arms are tabbed in back here, so we can fold them out. Getting rid of the tabs in those slots there. Fold out our hands on either side. And then we can fold down this back piece, which folds up ahead. You might need to like stick your finger in there to get that neck platform up where you want it to go. This is, I guess, we're going to twist our waist around. This is the part that can be a little, not frustrating, just a little fiddly. So we have tabs on each of the shoulders. Those are going to go into slots right here, as well as these tabs going into these slots right here. It all kind of needs to tab in at about the same time. So you got to compress, make sure you kind of compress his chest. So you get the shoulder tab in, but you got to do it on both sides. And then if everything's lined up correctly and the waist is lined up correctly, things tab in nicely. We are going to pop, hopefully you heard that, you just kind of pull back on the head to pop the platform up. And here we've got a very Surferboy Pizza looking Autobot transformer. And while this is a new mold, again, it is highly reminiscent of the Siege, the Generations Legacy-ish Studio Series Ironhide transformation. Same thing with articulation. I want to start out at the head. We have a really nice little head sculpt. It's surprising we have transparent light piping goggles, but there is no position for light to actually enter this silver painted helmet. I think I would have preferred if the goggles had just been painted like a bright blue or something, but it's still nicely articulating, looks good. I like the little microphone piece, just nice little character details. At the shoulders, 360. We have a nice cutaway to get all the way to 90 for the shoulder uplift. Bicep swivel, more than 90-degree bend there, which I appreciate. We do have articulating wrists because of the ball joint. I appreciate that. We do have a waist. The waist does get into the back a little bit, so you're limited unless you want to break the back sculpt up a little bit. We can get very wide on the Van Damme for the legs. We can kick out, not super far, but decently far. We can kick back again, decently far out to the side. Like I said, we do have thigh swivel, 90-degree bend on the knee, and then we do have ankle tilts. Again, we saw that in transformation. So we can get into some dynamic poses here. I will say one thing I like about this design is how unheroic it looks. Like Surferboy Pizza van or Code Red looks like a guy. Like he looks like if he was living on Cybertron, he would be the Grubhub driver. And I love having like a regular guy as a Transformers toy. If we're comparing things, I mean, here he is next to DK2 Guard. Obviously, the Guard has a bunch of weapons and extra stuff on him. But just in terms of like proportions, like the fact that he's taller here, but Guard's shoulders are wider, really helps set him up as like a guy. Now he does come with weapons, but I just like the idea of like a civilian Transformer. He feels like he could be on Rescue Bots. Especially, like we're in a post-COVID world. We saw how like important it was for people like essential workers, people that worked at like grocery stores and delivered food, especially to those that are more vulnerable, that couldn't get out and about during a pandemic. I'd say, absolutely, he would be a rescue bot helping people, doing delivery stuff, doing no contact stuff. That is important work. But yeah, we can load him up. I mean, he can hold his axe, his mace, his little shoulder cannon mounts up there. So he even like armored up, like it kind of looks like it doesn't fit him. The weapons are too cool for his sculpt, but I like that. That does a lot for me. It just gives him so much character. Code Red, for me, like all the things I wouldn't like about him: the unheroic proportions, the lifeless gray prototype plastic we have here. For this guy, it works. It just, it like his kind of expressionless face up here. Normally on a Transformer, I don't want that stuff, but on Code Red, I love it. I really like him. I will say, as much as I like him, I don't think I recommend him. It is, a Voyager size figure. It's a simple transformation. It costs $45 at retail. I recognize that like it was originally available as an exclusive, and it's a Stranger Things collab, and there's a markup there. But I did not pay $45 for my copy. I think I got it for like I had a $10 off coupon somewhere. Maybe it was like, yeah, I think I paid $35 for mine. At $35, if we're talking Voyager price, it's a fun little Voyager figure. At $45, if we're talking almost the leader price point, I don't think there's enough toy here to justify that, unless you are a major Transformers Stranger Things fan, which I'm sure there are plenty of. Then I totally get it. But that's quite the markup. But yeah, as is, it is a simple, effective Voyager with, to me, a lot of character that is currently overpriced at retail because of the trademarks on him rather than the design intent and value in him. So it's not something I recommend, but I am very happy I have mine. That is it for today's video. Hopefully Ultra Magnus comes out this week, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye! But wait, there's actually more. So on our Extra Life campaign, we're raising money for Cincinnati Children's Hospital. We actually blew past the halfway point. We've raised $1,000 and we're ahead of schedule. So to that end, I am adding a Transformers Generations Legacy Cybertron Metroplex to the prize pool. If you go to the Extra Life page, which is down in the link below, you'll see that the current prizes as of right now, we have Transformers Generations Legacy Black Zarek, Transformers Generations Legacy Metroplex, which are two Titan class figures. Because we passed the $1,000 fundraising goal, we have added, you all have unlocked the Transformers HasLab Victory Saber. And if we hit the $2,000 goal, then the Death Source that you see in the picture will be added too. So if you can, there's still time, go down to the link below. A $10 donation gets you entered. You can donate as much as you want for as many entries as you want. And we'll catch you on the 30th for our live stream. Thank you everybody for your support.